Morning, folks. My name is Curtis Chandler. I'm president of PFL. This is now our 7th podcast. I know we've said this before, but we do plan on going live next week. We ran into one last snag that we have now worked out. We'll be live next week, folks, at 9 a.m. Eastern. We still need a lot more followers, so please follow us and pass on the good word. Our weekly quote this week from people that we believe are really smart comes from Edward Rickenbacker. Edward was an American fighter ace in World War I and a Medal of Honor recipient with 26 aerial victories. He was the United States' most successful fighter ace in the war and is considered to have received the most awards for valor by any American in that war. He was also a race car driver, an automotive designer, a government consultant in military matters, and a pioneer in air transportation, particularly as longtime head of East Airlines. Edward once said, "I can give you a 6-word formula for success. Think things through, then follow through." We like that one. The U.S. Labor Department stated on Thursday of last week that U.S. workers filed an additional 1.1 million jobless claims, bringing the total jobless claims since COVID to 55 million. This was more than analysts expected. The Dow did close higher on Friday, up 190 points to close at 29,930, which was flat week over week. The S&P traded higher, NASDAQ traded higher as well, and closed up 292 points week over week. In overnight trading, Dow futures traded higher and are expected to open up this morning at 224 points. Oil traded down 48 cents last week on the New York Mercantile Change, but up 33 cents week over week. U.S. crude inventories fell by 1.6 million barrels last week and now stand at 512 million barrels. Oil is higher in overnight trading and is expected to open up 33 cents from Friday's close. North American rail traffic volumes were down 7.5% year over year in week 33. Quarter-to-date volumes, we are down 8.8%. In year-to-date volumes, we are down 11.93%. The biggest declines came from coal, non-metallic minerals, petroleum. The largest increases came from grain. PFL is keeping an eye on North American rig count. Moved higher for the second week in a row, this time with the U.S. adding rigs. The U.S. gained 10 rigs week over week, and with 254 active rigs. Canada gained 2 week over week. Canada's overall rig count rose to 56 active rigs. Year over year, we're down collectively 745 rigs. The economy. Folks, what is troubling in the latest job reports, coupled with continued spending and the checks that are being cut as we drive further into debt, we are consuming at a much reduced rate pre-COVID. But when all that stimulus pay stops and credit cards are full, we could see another round of demand destruction from current levels as people will simply stop spending money they don't have or can have access to. Having a trickle down effect on the overall economy is not looking like a V-shaped recovery. We sure hope we're wrong, folks, and manufacturing jobs here in the U.S. are created as soon as possible. We're watching hurricanes and fires. If 2020 wasn't bad enough, we have 2 hurricanes headed towards Louisiana. The storms will have a cooling effect on the south, reducing gas-fired generation demand. Any crude oil supply disruptions will have a positive impact on pricing on an already oversupplied market. Analysts predict more cuts are needed to be made for crude oil, up to 2 million barrels to put us in balance. Some countries such as Iraq and Nigeria, who have been cheating, are expected to make up their shortfall volume by the end of September. Natural gas, which is already overbought, may rally yet again if the twin storms deliver any infrastructure damage. Infrastructure damage should be limited given the intensity of the twin storms. Of the writing of this report, Tropical Storm Marco is expected to hit landfall along the coast of Louisiana with maximum sustained winds of 65 miles per hour later on today. Hurricane Laura is expected to hit landfall between Texas and Louisiana as a Category 2, which is 96 to 100 miles a day. California wasn't a mess already. There's been over 5,000 wildfires this year. Right now, two of the biggest and destructive fires on records rages in the state, disrupting rail among other things. The LNU Lightning Complex, which is one of the fire's names, is 341,000 acres plus, has already burned down 854 structures and 4 people are dead. Lightning Complex in the Santa Fe area, that is 291,000 acres, has consumed 5 structures. We're watching Canadian crude oil. It's still having a difficult time, folks. We're waiting for some sort of break to the upside for crude by whale to work, but we had a little bit of a setback last week with the initial jobless claims and a lower than expected draw out of storage. Canadian production has been brought on, and pipeline battles intensify, and Enbridge has gone to appropriation of the pipeline. October delivery for Canadian crude settled at a minus 1170 last week with an implied value of 31.50. The 4-week rolling average of petroleum carried on North American railroads rose to 21,000 last week. CP shipments fell by 1.9%. CNs fell by 4.5%. In the week to come, today we have the Chicago Fed Index activity. Tuesday, we have National Homeowner Price Index. We have consumer confidence, new home sales on Wednesday. Durable good orders come out, core capital goods orders. And on Thursday, of course, we have initial jobless claims, continuing jobless claims, GDP revision, pending home sales. And on Friday, we have personal income, consumer spending, core inflation, advanced trading goods, Chicago PMI, consumer sentiment index. We got a busy Friday next week. Well, that's all, folks, for today. We hope you have a good day, a good week, and if you need anything, give us a call here at PFL at 239-390-2885, or go visit our website at www.pflpetroleum.com. Take care and thank you.